organs of the immune system, or the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system carries out a couple of functions. One of the main functions that it has is helping to recirculate extra fluids that get pushed out of the capillaries, especially in the lower extremities. It picks this up and carries that excess fluid back and dumps it into the heart. But the lymphatic system is composed of primarily these nodes, or lymphatic nodes, and they act as areas for, I guess I call them the hangout of the singles bar for the immune system. The immune cells can go and hang out in these areas. So if you look in any of these lymph nodes, you're going to see a lot of B cells. You're going to see a lot of dendritic cells, macrophages, unusual corpuscles. They actually help to pull these virgin B cells through and then select. It's a good place for the antigen presenting cell to interact with the other. I guess one of the important things, of course, you're going to have to read through this. Some of the important things are the thymus gland. This is the area where T cells are educated, and any that are going to overreact to the immune system will be killed off before they're sent out to do work in the body. Then you also have the spleen. The spleen is one of the largest organs that's associated with lymphoid tissue. It serves as a large lymph node, but it also serves to store red blood cells. You may have heard it called the graveyard of red blood cells. But there's about half a pint of extra blood inside the spleen, and if you are severely injured, the spleen can release that extra half pint into the bloodstream to try to keep you from dying. Bone marrow is involved. That's where the hematopoietic stem cells are located, and that's where your B and T cells are born. B cells mature there. Then you have things like Peyer's patches in the intestinal tract. These are areas where specific B cells are going to congregate. So if you have, let's say, well, you'll have more B cells that recognize strep in the tonsils than you would have in the intestinal tract. And you would have more E. coli recognizing B cells in the Peyer's patches in the intestinal area than you would in the tonsils. It just makes sense. So this just helps to localize specific responses for the immune system. You need to read through this. Look at the changes that the thymus gland goes through with age. This is an important concept to get down. It's one of the reasons why older people can't stand to be cold. They stop producing the types of cells that help to keep them warm. Read through this whole chapter, this whole section. Just don't have time to go through each individual page and give you an audio clip on it. And looking at it, it's not that difficult to get. Alright, I want you to pay very close attention to the mucosa-associated lymphoid tissue and the gut-associated lymphoid tissue. Specifically look for what their functions are and where they're located, and that will help you out in understanding some of the things that are going to be coming up later in the semester. Alright, that's the end of chapter 2.